It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Welcome to Pennsbury High School and into the Falcons' nest. It's time for some high school basketball on the WBCB Sports Network. The Falcons hosting the North Penn Knights. It's round one action in the Suburban 1 League tournament. Pennsbury coming in as the 4 seed, taking on the Knights. They are the 5 seed, and the team's hoping to survive and advance, move on to play tomorrow, where one of these two will play the winner of Plymouth Whitemarsh and the Chamonix. Chris Ermer along with Gus Barber and Darnell Turner with the call of the game. And we've got Ben Goldstein here with stats, and Jordan Hirsch will have a write-up of tonight's action on the WBCB Sports Network. It's the McCaffrey's Game of the Night, brought to you, of course, by McCaffrey's Food Markets. McCaffrey's, exceptional every day. Thanks also to Jefferson Health, Team Toyota, the Revere Restaurant, Rob's Automotive and Collision, BCWSA, the Bucks County Water and Sewer Authority, Penn Community Bank, the Trentonian, Jammer Doors, Di Lorenzo's Pizza, the Berg Pizza on New Falls Road, the Peruzzi Auto Group, and the Pennsbury Regional Basketball League. Learn more league details online at prblonline.com. Well, Gus, you must have sensed the theme that was going to emerge tonight for the Pennsbury student section. It looks like it's an Eagles theme.
I think it is an Eagles theme. Obviously, you see all these kids coming in here, all their Birds gear on and stuff like that, getting pumped for Sunday. But they got to get pumped for a game tonight. They got a tense matchup here tonight.
We got a high school basketball game and a pep rally for the Eagles, all happening at the same time. And Darnell, the last time these two teams met was a great game, 66-61 the final. Pennsbury getting a come-from-behind victory, and it sounds like that game was, from the words of assistant head coach Kurt Bergman, a war between these two teams, and he expects the same type of thing to happen and develop here tonight. And we'll see how things come together between these two teams. Again, Pennsbury hosting North Penn. Congratulations to Connor Taddy, Falcon sharpshooter, as he was voted the Courier Times Player of the Week, Student Athlete of the Week, Connor Taddy.
Great honor. Well, when you look at the game he had at Ben Salem, it's no wonder he should have got the award. He had, I think, 26 points, 12 for 12 at the line. Just an absolutely great game from him. And then you look at this one, you want him to keep having that hot hand. Obviously, the last game against North, he had a little bit of scoring, but not too much. Just an overall interesting game offensively for this Pennsbury team. But you come into this game today, they got to be a hot team offensively, I think, to keep with this North Penn team.
Yeah, in that game, the Ben Salem game you just referenced, Gus, they did get up to 60-plus points, but it seems like that's maybe the area they're going to need to get to match the scoring prowess of this North Penn team. We looked at the different scoring that the teams have, the outcomes they've had throughout the season. Pennsbury has had 5 times where they've gotten into the 60s, 12 times for North Penn. And they are a fast team. They like to get up and down. And so Pennsbury's just going to have to get that shooting going, Darnell. But also defensively, one of the things that Coach Bergman was talking about was fanning out and trying to defend the 3, as that'll be one of the differences in tonight's game. Who can hit from beyond the arc and who's better at defending those deep shots?
Yeah, that we are in the tournaments now, and it's a big game for both teams, win or go home. And just like in March Madness, it's whoever's hot at the right time. And, it's going to be big for both teams defensively at the start to put their imprint on the game and try to slow down one of these offenses.
Yes. And Darnell, this actually begins the first of potentially 3 different playoff brackets for the Falcons. You get the SOL tournament, and this tournament relatively new on the scene. They started it in 2014, 2015, and this is the second year where they have an expanded 8-team format. But if Pennsbury, this district tournament, they'll play Friday, Saturday, and then the championship is on Monday. And then they got their district berth already, and that's a whole separate set of games which will start next week. And then if they win a couple of games in the district, they'll get a berth into the PIAA playoffs. So there's a lot more for the Pennsbury Falcons in front of them.
A lot of big games coming up, and some great experience for a lot of these young kids.
And what's great about it is in this tournament, it's win or go home. If you lose tonight, you're done. You will not get a Suburban 1 League tournament championship.
Yep, got to bring your A game tonight.
But North Penn, they've already earned a 6th seed in the district, which is kind of interesting. They have a higher district seeding than Pennsbury does, but Pennsbury with a better SOL tournament seeding than North Penn has. But put that aside, and North Penn already maybe looking at a district bye. Pennsbury looking to host a game at the Falcons' Nest in that district tournament. And all of that gives the Falcons a lot to look forward to, Gus. And we saw Teddy Mangan in street clothes today, which is disappointing. He got banged up in the game against Council Rock North. But with all these potential playoff games in front of Pennsbury, who knows, maybe he can even return to action and help contribute for this Pennsbury postseason experience.
Yeah, like you said, there are a lot of ball games up ahead. Even though the regular season ended, like you said, there's multiple playoffs that they can enter and play in and play a lot of games in. So Teddy Mangan, obviously last game looking like he had a scary injury, but able to come out, and we saw him beforehand, warming up with the team, just not able to suit up in this one. But yeah, that's going to be a big one going forward to see how he comes back from that knee, if he's able to continue his prowess like he was, because that's going to be a big addition or subtraction for them either way going forward in all these playoff games.
Coming up, we'll have the starting lineups. McCaffrey's Game of the Night on the WBCB Sports Network. We'll turn to PA man Dan Mahoney. And also they have a trophy ceremony as the Pennsbury Falcons will celebrate their Patriot League title before this game tonight. And before the game, I talked with some of the assistants from North Penn, Darnell, and I said, what did you guys learn about Pennsbury in that first matchup? And they said, bottom line is that this Pennsbury team is a good team, and we need to make sure we come out with our A game.
Yeah, and I mean, like last game, Coach said it was a war, and, we expect no different here tonight, especially with all that's on the line for both teams. So, you just got to come in, focused, locked in, and give it your best effort on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, and, they let Pennsbury get back in that game, and so I'm sure that's something they've been talking about in the North Penn locker room to try to avoid tonight.
A bit of a revenge game for them tonight, possibly.
Maybe a little bit of revenge on the mind for one Eric David, who was on the Pennsbury football team. Pennsbury, in the regular season, they beat North Penn for the first time, and they had a great year. They also won a league title. They went undefeated in league play before they ran into North Penn in the first round of the postseason, and the Knights got the better of the Falcons on that night. And Eric David on the football team and also a big part of this Pennsbury basketball team this season. And, both teams with a potential revenge scenario. North Penn, the basketball team, got beat earlier this season. Pennsbury maybe carrying over some sore feelings from the football field.
Ultimate revenge game from both sides. It's going to be an interesting matchup because Pennsbury, North Penn, no matter what the sport is, no matter what year it is, they're always going to play hard against each other. It's always a notorious matchup. You know that when you're a Pennsbury, you go here, that you're going to eventually verse a North Penn team, and they're going to give you a hard-fought game. No matter what the sport is, no matter what the team is. You saw it in football. So this is going to be a great game tonight to see how Pennsbury responds, Eric David himself with the football, but North Penn, how they respond both ways. So it should be a fun one tonight, Chris.
And the Falcons' confidence growing throughout the season. I talked with Coach Bergman about a shooter like Connor Taddy, and he said, we feel like we're shooting better as a team, and that's a good way to look at things and a good feeling to have going into postseason play against Suburban 1 League Tournament first round action coming your way. McCaffrey's Game of the Night on the WBCB Sports Network. And I believe we'll have the national anthem first up.
If the buzzer will ever go off.
Shaylin Nushke is ready to perform the Star Spangled Banner.
Tournament between the North Penn Knights and the Pennsbury Falcons. Please rise for our national anthem. This evening's national anthem will be performed by one of the stars of Phantom of the Opera, Shaylin Nushki.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of
Great job right there.
Let's hear for Shaylin Nushki.
Wonderful performance.
Now check Shaylin as Adam Curie in next week's performance of Phantom of the Opera. Tickets are on sale now.
I hope Chris Stapleton does as good a job with the national anthem. That was terrific.
Better do as good of a job as her, because that was, like you said, a beautiful rendition.
Before the tip-off of this evening's game, we would like to recognize the Pennsbury Falcons for earning the 2023 Suburban 1 League Patriot Division Championship. At this time, we would like to invite Coach Emmy and his team captains to come to midcourt. On behalf of the Suburban 1 League, and as a result of your 12-4 record within conference play, we are honored to present you with the Patriot Division Championship Trophy.
Absolutely, congratulations.
Let's have a big round of applause for the Pennsbury Falcons, your 2023 Patriot Division champs.
Falcons with a 12-4 mark in league. Same thing for North Penn.
And now, for this evening's starting lineups. For the North Penn Knights, starting at guard, number 2, Mario Scro. Starting at guard, number 3, Norman G. Starting at guard, number 4, Teddy McAllister. Starting at forward, number 13, Ryan Zelt. And starting at guard, number 21, Ryan Deininger. The Knights are head coached by Mr. John Conrad, assistant coaches Steve Norman, Cordell Lord, and Zach Quigley.
All my rowdy friends are coming over tonight.
Oh, yeah. The starting lineups for your Patriot Division champion Pennsbury Falcons. Starting at guard, number 2, Mike Roccagrande. Starting at guard, number 3, Danny Cohen. Starting at forward, number 10, Connor Taddy. Starting at forward, number 25, Ryan Zuckerman. And starting at guard, number 15, Ty Kosak. The Falcons are head coached by Mr. Wes Emmy, assistant coaches Kurt Bergman, Mike Higgins, Jermaine Major, Lou Cognini, and John Love. Tonight's officials are Nate Alcott, Lenny LaRosa, and Larry Waiters.
All right, let's get ready to
I'd like
rumble.
To remind you that the concession stand is open. Make sure you get out there and order your candy grams, 2 for $1 or 12 for $5. Write a message, give a treat. It's for sale at the concession stand. Also get those dollar bills ready. They'll be shooting a half-court shot at halftime.
All right, let's get ready. First round action, Suburban 1 League Tournament. Starters again for North Penn. Mario Stroh, a 5'9" senior guard. Norman G, 5'8" junior guard, with Teddy McAllister, a 6' junior guard. Ryan Zelt, a 6'5" senior stretch forward. And Ryan Deininger, a 6'2" senior guard. And for Pennsbury, the typical starting 5, but without Teddy Mangan. Instead of Mangan, it's 6'1" junior guard Danny Cohen in there. So you got Cohen with Rocco Grandi, Taddy, Kozak, and Ryan Zuckerman, the 6'5" senior forward. Ty Kozak leading the Falcons in scoring with 15 points per game, 8 rebounds. Kozak also picking up 2 steals and 2 blocks, or 2 assists and 2 blocks per game. As Connor Taddy, little spin move jumper. That's good.
What a way to start this game if you're Connor Taddy.
And then a 3 attempted, not that time. Ryan Zelt lined it up. A little bit off the mark, though. Now the Falcons get the offense going. And Cohen, a screen was set for him by Ryan Zuckerman, and they're going to give Zuckerman an offensive foul right there.
Yeah, and if you're Zuckerman, you want to be a little worrisome about the fouls because you don't want to get too many too early, especially if it's a long game against a very hard opponent.
Yeah, you're right. That's an early foul for Zuckerman, but not a whole lot there.
Yeah. You'd think in a game like this they would call a little bit more, but I guess they're calling anything.
Up top there for North Penn, driving a kick out. And then Deininger with an attack, and he scores to tie us up at 2.
It's good ball movement there. Everyone touched the ball, and someone's able to find a seam and get a layup.
Minute gone by, first quarter. Chris Ermer, Gus Barber, Darnell Turner, and Mike Rocco Grandi right now for Pennsbury with the dribble, gives it up to Kozak. They saw the zone against Council Rock North, but it's a man-to-man approach. Some help defense there. Earns the Knights a steal.
Almost a very ill-willed pass there. Just almost kind of chucking it up and kind of letting anybody grab it.
A little too nonchalant. Here's Deininger driving, and he's snuffed out by Mike Rocco Grandi. Great defense by the sophomore, who brings it back the other way in the paint. Jumper. Oh, went halfway down and popped back out again. The other way, here's Mario Stroh. Takes it inside. His little jump shot goes off the back rim. And Rocco Grandi sets it up. Hands off Kozak, kick out to Cohen. Cohen driving, right-handed shot. Hits a little runner to make it 4-2. Cohen, and they're going to need that from him. Pick up a little bit of the scoring that maybe you would see from Teddy Mangan. There's a drive, and a foul is called. Danny Cohen with the reach in.
But yeah, like you said, Chris, Cohen's going to have to step in to fill this responsibility that Mangan has offensively and defensively. Obviously a very skilled player and a great player for this team, but one of their bench players. So can he fit into this offensive starting role like seamlessly?
McAllister at the line gets his first. And we mentioned the speed of North Penn, and McAllister displaying it right there on that drive, Darnell.
Yeah, so far it's been a very up and down game. Both teams playing with some good pace and, getting good shots so far.
McAllister gets them both, and we're even at 4. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. Rocco Grandi working against McAllister just in front of us. Out to Cohen. Trying to get it over to Kozak, and they'll pitch it to him. Kozak double-teamed, triple-teamed, gets the shot off and gets the whistle. So a trip to the line for Ty Kozak with 5:12 to go first quarter.
Yeah, Kozak already a very physical player when he does play, but maybe he has a little bit extra physicality in him today. Obviously, that's a play you might see him earlier in the season kick out to try to find a shooter, but there he's taking it himself and trying to get those points. And this is a spot where if you're Pennsbury, you got to be a little worried. Some free throws hasn't been your best thing this season, especially Ty Kozak. He has been a little up and down with the free throws this year.
Yes, certainly inconsistent. And Kozak was our player of the game, joined us for grabbing a DiLorenzo's gift certificate after their win over Council Rock North. And a good start at the line for Kozak, hits both of his opportunities, makes it 6-4. Now McAllister up top, Connor Taddy takes him. McAllister with the left hand, no ball, loose, and Zuckerman finally tracks it down, a 50-50 ball there, and the Falcons get it. Rocco Grandi out to Zuck, and up top to Cohen. Again, the winner moves on to play either Neshaminy or Plymouth Whitemarsh. If it's Neshaminy, we'll be back here at Pennsbury. If it's Plymouth Whitemarsh, they're the 1 seed, and the Falcons would be on the road. Whistle a foul on Kozak. And a nifty little move right at the end there. Got the shot off with the left hand. Another trip to the line.
Yeah, and if you're North Penn, you might be thinking, oh, I'm getting him to his weak hand there and trying to get the shot. Well, secretly, Ty Kozak's a lefty. That's exactly the hand he wants to go to. And there you go again, trying to go up with his weight and his physicality. Is there something wrong with that referee's whistle, Chris, or am I just losing it?
I don't know, man.
I don't think he has a ball in his whistle.
Maybe not. He lost his whistle ball.
Lost his whistle ball. You can't lose your whistle ball, Chris.
You lose all your authority.
You really do as a referee. You lose all intimidation.
All right,
Ty Kozak, perfect so far at the free throw line. Sorry, didn't mean to steal your thunder, Chris.
Makes it 8-4. That's great to see, though.
That is great to see, especially if you're Pennsbury. Hasn't been your best thing all season, but this is the time you want to turn it on.
You know, Kozak was the guy that North Penn was talking about. They know how dangerous he is and what a factor he was in that first game. Pennsbury winning it by 5. That time McAllister got up close but couldn't finish. And we're midway through the first quarter. Kozak spinning through the defense, and he lays it home. And North Penn, they want to talk it over after that.
As the kids like to say, Chris, Kozak is in his bag. Pulling out all the nifty tricks right now.
He's got 6 of Pennsbury's 10, and he forces the Knights to talk it over. A 30-second timeout on the floor. Hey, we want to remind you, we're going to move this right up to the front. The 73 reunion, 50th reunion coming up for the class of 73, May the 6th at Westoby Hall, 425 Hood Boulevard in Fairless Hills. It's been 50 years since graduation, so join them for fun, music, dancing, catch up with Pennsbury friends from across the years. Pennsbury 1973 50th reunion.org for more info about the event. Again, the 73 class 50th reunion.
Dang, already 50 years? I remember it like yesterday.
Wow. You blink your eye, 50 years go by. Taking a look at some first half stats. Everybody shooting well from the line. Pennsbury 4 for 4 from the stripe. And North Penn, they also were perfect, 2 for 2. So now the Knights out of the timeout. Get it to G. G pump fake, sends it up top to Mead. And Mead was cut off. He pitches it right back out to his teammate. There's G. Kick out. Shot on the way, too strong from Deininger. Loose ball, batted around, and Rocco Grandi's got it.
Yeah, Kozak trying to fight for that rebound. Very sneaky, good rebounder.
And here's Rocco Grandi, a little bit of a drive with the right, then he gives it off to Cohen. Long shot from Taddy. Goes halfway down, loose and picked up by Cohen. He's got the rebound, hook shot, no. He's got another miss and gives it to Taddy. His shot in the paint won't fall.
So many chances.
Lid on the bucket for the Falcons in that possession. Dininger out on the wing, working against Zuck. Gives it up there, Lee Hammond. Getting some minutes off the bench. That's a long 2, but it won't go down. Zuckerman another board.
North Penn taking a lot of tough shots right now. They've got to get back and try to get to the basket a little more.
2:25 to go first quarter. And there, Kozak, he, I guess, put the foot down before he got the pass away, and so he's called for a travel.
Yeah, you saw last game against North. He traveled a couple times, but he just can't get that plant foot and try to spin. It just, I guess, moves just a little bit.
So Dininger over the timeline. Goes left, drives on Kozak, can't finish, and Kozak cleans up the miss. Shovels it to Taddy, who goes around a defender, stops for a jump shot and cans it. Taddy now with 4. Thought an offensive foul there for Pennsbury, no whistle. And then the miss, it's another Kozak rebound.
Yeah, Coach Emmy losing his mind there. You don't really see him lose his mind that much.
Taddy goes around Dininger, takes it down low, and steps out of bounds. Mario Scro back out on the floor
now
for the Knights.
This is something you might see with a Mangan injury. You see a couple people that are off the bench that you don't normally see, like Grayson Gozum in the lineup right now.
Gozum, a 6-foot sophomore guard. Joins the party as Mario Scro with the dribble. They get it to the free throw line and then pitch it back out to Scro.
Pennsbury's really locked in on defense right now.
From way downtown, that's short. And loose on the floor. And a whistle gonna go against Pennsbury.
Yeah, it's a perfect point like you made, Darnell. Their defense has just been their key for their success this season. When their offense has been struggling, their defense is really keeping them in many games and won them games.
Long three-pointer. G can't hit, and it's Gozum who gathers up the long rebound.
Yeah, Gozum, a great ball player. We haven't seen him a lot in the varsity, but we have seen him on JV since we're here setting up and everything. Really good ball player he is, so it's good to get him minutes.
And now Kozak dribbling, works around Mario Scro and gets a little bit more time. Now Scro closes the distance, and Kozak gets the offense started. Looked like it was poked away. He picks up the loose ball and puts up the shot off the window for Ty Kozak. Kozak with 8 in the first quarter. And right now, North Penn they don't have an answer for his craftiness. Now they nearly trap Scro. He gets out of trouble, but Ryan Zelt walks with it. Shuffled the feet, turns it over. A great first quarter for Pennsbury, and seems like they're closing it out in style as well as they get the turnover, 6 seconds left. Kozak, step back jump shot. A little bit off the mark.
And that's the end of the first quarter.
14-4. Falcons in front after quarter number 1. And we'll step aside, return for more high school basketball on the WBCB Sports Network.
It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to bcwsa.net. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA, proven.
Falcons up 14-4 after the first quarter and out rebounding North Penn 9-3. That's one of the things helping them get to this advantage. And great defense. Again, you mentioned, Gus, that's been their calling card throughout the season. And you hold the Knights to just 4 points. That's a pretty good job. And Ty Kozak really been attacking. And he leads all scorers with 8 after quarter number 1.
Yeah, and a stat like we haven't really talked about, but we've mentioned a little bit. Kozak, all 4 free throws, made all 4. Pennsbury's 4 for 4 right now on free throws.
Up top, Mario Skro over to Norman G out on the wing. Those two guys, a speedy guard combination, has been one of the things helping the Knights get to that 6th seed in the district. And there's a drive by Skro in the paint, uses the glass, and makes it 14-6.
Yeah, finally right there, North Penn was able to get to the basket and get a pretty good shot. Towards the end of that first quarter, they were pretty much just shooting long, contested threes.
So that's a good start to the second quarter for the Knights. Here's Gozum, lines up a 3, not that time. Then Rocco Grandi around a defender, and he'll kick out, and it goes into the backcourt and out of bounds. North Penn takes over. 7:14 to go, second quarter. McCaffrey's game of the night. McCaffrey's Food Markets, exceptional every day in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road in Yardley, and the villages of Newtown, 2890 South Eagle Road. Just about a minute gone by now in the second quarter. Great to have you with us on the WBCB Sports Network. North Penn driving, and Skro, he was cut off and traveled.
Yeah, that referee lost his ball and his whistle.
But a pretty good call there nonetheless.
That is a good call. You see the shuffling of the feet a couple times for both teams now. Try to plant the foot and do something, but just the plant foot moves a little bit.
Cohen over the timeline as Simon DeLuigi looks to check in with Kozak. Nice pass along the baseline to Zuckerman. Can't finish, has a second crack at it. Can't get the stick back, and then Sam Callahan in heavy traffic gets the tie up. And the Falcons with the arrow. So they hold on to the basketball as Kozak and DeLuigi check in. The Falcons going pretty deep in that bench, as you mentioned, Gus, in this first round SOL game. Rocco Grandi with a great finish. Makes it 16-6 with that bucket.
Yeah, going deep into the bench right there, and don't know if it's just because of a Mangan injury or if they just want to see some players.
Zelt gets underneath and uses a little hook shot to score and make it 16-8. Rocco Grandi back out to Cohen and around now to Callahan. Callahan goes left, Norman G giving him some trouble, and then Cohen nearly loses it. He's got to go to the floor, and timeout called by Pennsbury. A good job by the bench to recognize their player was in a little bit of trouble, preserve the possession, stop the clock with 5:47 to go, second quarter. And give us a moment to let you know tonight's game brought to you by DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza, 8919 New Falls Road in Levittown, owned and operated by Tyler DiLorenzo. Tyler uses the same recipes his great-grandparents did back in the 1940s in Trenton's famous Chambersburg section. Try the original Trenton tomato pie, other great gourmet pizzas, including their mustard pie. You know, the other day was National Pizza Day, and I saw people posting across the country about the DiLorenzo's mustard pie. And I thought, man, I got to try that DiLorenzo's mustard pie. I love the original Trenton tomato pie, all their gourmet pizzas, but I have not tried the mustard pie. They also have fresh salads, sandwiches, homemade pasta, all served in a safe, clean environment. And, of course, if you want to please the entire Super Bowl party, DiLorenzo's, I think, is a pretty good option. 215-943-2605, 215-943-2605. Place your order and enjoy the big game. Kozak in heavy traffic, nearly loses it. regains control and gets the shot off. The whistle is for a foul on the Knights that will send Kozak back to the line again.
Yeah, it looked like that was going to be a turnover. He lost the ball but got it right back and was able to draw contact, and now getting 2 more free throws.
The third time Kozak has earned a trip to the free throw line.
Number 20, Lee Hammond in the game.
As Lee Hammond checks in for Mario Scro. Again, the winner moves on to play either Plymouth Whitemarsh or Neshaminy. PW the 1 seed, Neshaminy the 8 seed in this SOL first round action, SOL tournament. And Kozak continues to hit from the line, has made all 6 of his free throws. Up top, there's Ryan Zelt, and he's called again for a travel.
24, Lee Kaufman in the game.
Third time today, the North Penn's been called for a traveling violation. Just not great footwork to start the game off.
Yeah, and second time, Zelt has gotten caught, and he heads to the bench and will sit down for a little bit. With 5:22 to go, second quarter. Kozak directing traffic, and a whistle, a foul, illegal screen on DeLugie. Picks up his first third-team foul on the Falcons. Lee Hammond now with it over to McAllister. Rocco Grandi with a hand in his face, and Hammond now over to Norman G. Dininger into the paint, kicks out. There they cut off Nick Hoffman, and then Hammond tried a wild shot that went off the back rim. And Kozak walks it up. Cohen working against Dininger, gives it over to Callahan. Tries a hook shot that didn't have a lot of arc on it.
Yeah, just try to go up with it and kind of just forced one up.
I mean, it was kind of knocked to the floor as he
Yeah.
let that shot go. McAllister for 3.
Teddy McAllister for 3.
Big shot for Teddy McAllister.
Yeah, hopefully that'll get not only him going, but his team going.
1 for 6. The Knights from downtown, they finally get a three-pointer. Kozak just so patient and poised. You can see how much control he has. Goes into the paint, little post move against Hammond. Couldn't finish with the left. And then the rebound picked up by Teddy McAllister. Quickly back the other way. Baseline runner. No, Hammond couldn't get it, but he gets the whistle. And the sophomore guard
Number 5, Sam Callahan.
to the line for 2 shots. That's Sam Callahan, who's guilty of the foul. And for Callahan, it's his first of the night.
Yeah, and already 5 fouls for the Falcons in this first half.
25, Ryan Zuckerman, and 10, Connor Taddy in the game.
Well, the red-hot free throw shooting continues for both teams here tonight. I want to say thank you to the Peruzzi Auto Group, helping to make tonight's game possible. Complete automotive service. Trust the Peruzzi Auto Group. Value and service on all makes and models. Visit a Peruzzi dealership on Business Route 1, where their business is you. Hammond clanks that one off the back rim, and Cohen over midcourt with it. Rocco Grandi over to Zuckerman, and then Cohen. Seems like Pennsbury had some space for some shots. It ends up being an open Rocco Grandi look, and that goes in and out. McAllister racing it up the floor, and he is fouled.
North Penn starting to get a couple stops, starting to get to the free throw line, and slowly getting themselves back into this game.
And McAllister, yeah, you can see he wants to go. North Penn Knights, a team that has a lot of team speed. That time, Zelt couldn't quite finish. Zuckerman over to Taddy. Falcons set it up. They try to get it into Zuckerman, poked away by Zelt. Cohen into the paint, nearly lost it, and a whistle, a foul. And that's Norman G with the foul. His first of the night.
Yeah, Pennsbury getting off to a hot start. Cooling down a little bit. Has as many points as they started with in the first quarter.
There's Kozak driving, and he takes a bump from Lee Hammond. Goes to the floor. Another whistle for Kozak. This time they're going to say the foul on the floor. It's team foul number 5 for the Knights. Falcons with 6 team fouls in the first half. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. Connor Taddy working against Zelt.
Just sweet little fadeaway on the right block there.
Connor Taddy now with 6 points tonight. Zelt gives it over to Deininger. Gets it back up top, nearly lost the ball. And then G whistle a foul. This is going to go on Cohen. Cohen that time with a push on Norman G. And that's a 1-and-1.
14, Grayson Gosum in the game. 22, Corey Mead in for the Knights.
Gosum checks back in for Cohen.
Norman G to the line.
And Mead back on the floor for Deininger for North Penn. G earns the bonus shot. Well, both these teams really seem like they are in postseason form when it comes to the free throw line.
Yeah, both teams really locking in right now on the free throws.
I don't think anybody has missed from the line tonight so far.
That's a rare thing to say this year.
Gosum out to Zuckerman. Zuckerman takes it down low, scoop shot, got it. That's his first bucket of the night. Now G attacking. Gets the whistle, shot a little bit strong, but he is fouled while taking the shot, so another couple of opportunities for 5'8" junior guard Norman G.
And back to your guys' point about the free throws, especially in these tournament games and tight contests, games that come down to the wire in the fourth quarter. You got to take advantage of these opportunities, and they've been knocking down their free throws so far.
It's an interesting free throw stance this guy has too.
I was thinking the same.
You saw that too,
I saw it. I thought maybe I was the only one.
Now he's like off to the side.
It's like he's in a batter's box for baseball.
But it's working for him as Norman G now 4 for 4 from the line for the North Penn Knights. Makes it a 22-16 game. Falcons in front. And Connor Taddy now running the show up top, gives it over to Zuckerman. Zuckerman with the tray makes it 25-16. And then Rocco Grandi with the takeaway. And Rocco Grandi gets it over to Kozak. Quickly up the floor to Gosum. Gosum baseline drive. And his shot blocked, but he gets the whistle and a foul picked up. That's Corey Mead with his first foul of the night. And so Grayson Gosum 2 at the line with 1:20 remaining in the first half.
And we are perfect no more. We had to say something.
Sam Callahan checks in for Ty Kozak. Yeah, before that, neither team had missed a free throw. Gosum lines up his second. Off the back rim, that's no good, and the score remains 25-16. North Penn up the floor quickly to Deininger. Falcons are doing a good job getting back on defense. They know North Penn, they like to get it up the floor quickly, and they're finding Pennsbury ready for them tonight. Mead out to Deininger. Deininger lets one go. It goes over the backboard and is picked up by Rocco Grandi. Gives it over to Sam Callahan, and then Callahan never got set and actually walked with it.
I thought normally if the ball goes over the backboard, isn't it considered out of bounds?
As long as it doesn't hit anything,
Okay.
I think you're good.
All right.
30-second timeout.
Makes sense.
So a 30-second timeout right now. Falcons up 25-16 in the McCaffrey's game of the night. Chris Ermer with Gus Barber and Darnell Turner. Don't forget, if you missed the action, read about it tomorrow in the Trentonian. For complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online Trentonian.com, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. And of course, this is the McCaffrey's game of the night. Thanks also to the Pennsbury Regional Basketball League, the PRBL. Wishing the best of luck to both the Pennsbury boys and girls teams. Many of the varsity players got their start with the Pennsbury Regional Basketball League. Learn more league details at prblonline.com. Back to action, 44 seconds to go before halftime. Callahan pokes it away. Zuckerman takes over, drops it off to Gozum. And the Falcons now, with just over a half minute remaining, maybe slow things down a little bit. Gozum gets down into the corner. Deininger giving him some trouble. And a 5-second call as Gozum couldn't get around the pressure. Pennsbury Falcons bench are up in arms about that call.
I don't think that was 5 seconds.
Yeah, that seemed like a pretty quick whistle there.
So now 24 seconds left in the second quarter. North Penn, Ryan Zelt up top there to Nick Hoffman. Norman G back over to Zelt. Zelt pump fake, gets around one defender and one.
That could be a big time and one going into the half if this score holds.
So that bucket makes it 25-18. And Ryan Zelt can narrow the gap a little further at the line. Falcons still with time to get it up the floor. 11.2 on the clock. Zelt hits the free throw. It's a 6-point game. Rocco Grandi out to the wing. Jump stop, gives it over to Connor Tad. He gets it poked away. Zelt, that'll count, but it's well short and goes out of bounds. So after the first half, it's Pennsbury 25, North Penn 19 in Suburban 1 League Tournament first round action on WBCB. It is the McCaffrey's game of the night, brought to you in part by the Pennsbury Regional Basketball League. Learn more league details at prblonline.com. They have an in-house program available for players of all skill levels, and then also the travel program for kids in grades 3 through 8. Again, learn more online, prblonline.com. All right, looks like they're about to get the half-court shot going. We'll take a look at first half scoring and get you ready for second half action. Our halftime activities coming up in just a moment on WBCB.
Jefferson Health has been serving Northeast Philadelphia and Bucks County for more than a century. Their Frankfort, Torresdale, and Bucks Hospital locations are there for you with primary and specialty care, emergency care, and of course, inpatient care. Wherever you live, work, or play, Jefferson Health is there with exceptional care. Jefferson is where you are. Call 1-800-JEFF now to schedule an appointment or visit jeffersonhealth.org.
The Gator, Jerry Blavitt, inviting you to come on by and experience true traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant at 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You're always welcome at the restaurant. I mean, it's like stepping back in time. You feel like you're dining in South Philadelphia or in New York's Little Italy restaurant. You can start the meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. You choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood, steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The restaurant is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private rooms are available for special affairs, plus we do catering. Remember, the Revere Restaurant, 609-882-6365. Again, that's 609-882-6365. Come on home and experience the true taste of Italy at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
McCaffrey's Food Markets, exceptional every day. Family owned and operated for over 40 years, McCaffrey's is part of your community and a very proud supporter of our local high schools. For true value on the freshest meats and produce to their own prepared food department, to everyday savings on your necessary items, McCaffrey's is exceptional every day. And it's in your neighborhood in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road, Yardley. The Villages of Newtown at 2890 South Eagle Road, and also in Bluebell, Princeton, West Windsor, and the best of McCaffrey's in Doylestown.
Whether you're just getting started, already well on your way, planning for your future, drafting your vision, growing toward greatness, or finding that dreams really can come true, whatever your next steps are, we'll be right here with you, just like we have been for 150 years. Start here, grow here, stay here. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow. Member FDIC.
Former Philly Tommy Green, and here's the pitch. More people are online every day to check and pay their bills. Now you can have your BCWSA utility bill delivered electronically. Enrollment couldn't be easier. Just go to bcwsa.net or call 800-222-2068. With electronic billing, you have control to see your bills whenever you want and enjoy the convenience of viewing and printing up to 13 months of your previous bills. Best of all, the service is free. Sign up for e-billing at bcwsa.net. BCWSA, proven.
Are you living with relentless pain? St. Mary has a new way to help. Knee and hip replacements with a smarter process for faster recovery, earning prestigious awards for quality and value. A rapid recovery program has you walking just hours after surgery, and breakthrough advances such as custom-fit joints position you for a longer pain-free life. 215-710-5888. St. Mary Orthopedics. It's your health. Expect more.
You are not just building a company. You are helping to build your community. For 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been strengthening our region, serving as a trusted partner and resource for businesses like yours. Our team of business bankers can get you where you need to go. Real relationships, expert advice, swift solutions to power your growth. Start here, grow here, stay here. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Come on, we need one more shot. Let's go. One more. Who's got it?
Back here at Pennsbury High School, Falcons in front, 25-19. And we'll take a look at first half scoring. First for the visiting North Penn Knights. A couple of players with 5 for them. Teddy McAllister and Lee Hammond, or excuse me, Ryan Zelt and McAllister with 5.
All right, who's next? Who's going to take the last
And then
shot?
4 points coming from 5'8" junior guard Norman G. 2 for Scrow and 2 for Deininger. North Penn with 18 in the first half. And they did much better in the second quarter than they did in the first quarter. First quarter, they only managed 4 points, and they turned it up quite a bit in the second quarter with 15. But the Pennsbury Falcons still in front by 6, and leading them was Ty Kozak. Kozak, the only player in double digits. He winds up with 10 first half points, 6 coming from Connor Taddy, 5 from Ryan Zuckerman, and then 2 apiece for Mike Rocco-Grandi and for Danny Cohen. Both teams shooting very well from the free throw line. Pennsbury 6 for 8 for 75% from the stripe. North Penn Knights went 8 for 9. They shot nearly 90% from the free throw line, but they did not shoot as well from three-point land. Just went 1 for 8, shooting 13% from distance. Meanwhile, Pennsbury connecting 25% of the time. They shot 1 for 4 from beyond the arc, and Pennsbury with a couple of blocks in the first half. A big thanks to Ben Goldstein with our stats package, and Jordan Hirsch on his left will have a write-up of the game tonight. Yeah, but it seemed like North Penn, Darnell, they kind of found something that worked for them a little bit more consistently in the second quarter. And I don't know, what do you think that was? It seemed like they were trying to just get the ball up the floor as quickly as possible. One of the things that they were talking about was in order to do that, they need the other team to miss. And in the first quarter, Pennsbury, they're hitting a lot of those shots, and that might have hindered their ability to do what they wanted to do.
Yeah, of course. Defensively, they definitely got after it more in the second quarter. And they stopped hunting so many threes. I thought in the first quarter they were shooting a lot of contested threes. Pennsbury was doing a good job keeping them out of the paint. And in that second quarter, I think they were able to get to the paint much more, got to the free throw line. That also helped out their defense on the other end, being able to set up their defense. So in the second half, I think they just got to keep up the defensive intensity, and they can get back in this game.
Not only is Ben hooking us up with the stats, but also giving a view on his laptop of the Neshaminy-Plymouth Whitemarsh game. And, oh, this is us. That's us. The girls' game. I gotcha. Okay. Neshaminy winning that one 35-19.
Ben giving you false information?
Nah, I just saw it wrong.
We'll blame it on Ben.
Nah. Ben's awesome. I just don't know what I'm looking at. But no, they had a shot from Neshaminy as they host the Lady Falcons tonight. Another game you can see on the WBCB Sports Network. That one not going the way of the Falcons in the third quarter, but who knows, maybe they can turn that thing around. And at halftime here, Falcons by 6 over North Penn. Again, the winner will advance to play tomorrow in the second round of the SOL tournament. I was talking with North Penn about their district seeding, and I said, oh, you guys are right around 6. And they said, well, we got to see tonight because there's other games that are happening around the area, and if those teams that are, right in the same, the 7 seed, the 8 seed, they might be able to leap in front of them. And they said, we're expecting a district seed of at least 6 through 8, but we're not sure right now. And all that's going to be figured out this weekend. Not only is it Super Bowl Sunday, but I think it's Selection Sunday. Maybe they'll push that off to Monday with all the Eagles energy going on. But they got to get the work done and figure out how they're going to seed the district tournament.
Yeah, that should be interesting. I don't know how they're going to do it and all the different seedings. I guess it would have to be strength of schedule and stuff like that. But glad I'm not a part of that group that has to do that.
Whistle and an early foul. Connor Taddy on Ryan Zelt.
Fouls number 10, Connor Taddy.
And that's the first foul on Taddy of the night. Yeah, strength of schedule, all that stuff factored into the district rankings. And then I think they do like a formula where they have a certain number of power points that you get with each victory, and it becomes just a mathematical computation. We've been talking about the Pennsbury Falcons as the 14 seed, and, their seeding potentially could go up or down a little bit depending on what other teams do. Here's Deininger with the jumper. Makes it a 4-point game. First points of the second half go to the Knights.
Yeah, it was a beautiful jab step, one dribble, and found some easy space for the first bucket of the half.
Going out to Taddy. Taddy kicks out to Rocco Grandi, gets it back from him. Spin move, jump shot. Not that time. A tough shot for Connor Taddy. Zelt gives the rebound to Norman G, and then G rejected. Ryan Zuckerman sends it out of bounds with authority.
With authority. Looking like a volleyball player right there.
Elicits chants of "Who's your daddy" from the Pennsbury student section.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the
Tried to shoot over Connor Taddy, comes up just a little bit short. Pennsbury student section recognized by the Courier-Times as the best student section in the area. Whoa, hesitation drive by Ty Kozak, and he's got two more.
Beautiful hesitation right there.
Now North Penn up top to Ryan Zelt. Zelt, the quarterback for the North Penn Knights. And McAllister with a three-pointer. McAllister's been real efficient tonight. He hasn't had a lot of opportunities, but the ones he's taken, he's made.
Yeah,
and that makes it a three-point game.
I believe he has all the three-pointers for North Penn, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they've got two, and he's got both of them. Now Connor Taddy holds it over his head, sends it over to Rocco Grandi, trying to get it into Kozak, who's working against Mario Skro, and then Zelt comes over, knocks him to the floor, and Kozak picks up another whistle.
Yeah, hard hit there. Trying to go up for the ball. Didn't see the guy coming below him baseline and just try to swipe the ball and kind of hit him a little bit.
I mean, Kozak's attacking style tonight has meant he's been getting fouled a ton. Falcons send it into him. He quickly attacks, gets the shot up, it's loose, and finally Zelt controls for North Penn. Deininger out to Skro. Skro, good job by Connor Taddy. Not sure if he got a piece of that one, but that good closeout defense. Now here's Ty Kozak, holds that pivot foot, sends it to Zuckerman. His three rebounded by Mario Skro. Skro, hesitation move on Kozak. The miss picked up by Ryan Zelt, and then Zelt fouled by Taddy. Taddy picking up two quick fouls in the third quarter. Well, I guess not so quick. We're already about 3 minutes into quarter number 3. But for Taddy, it's his second of the night. They try to send it into Zelt. It goes off of him, and Deininger now controls on the wing. Skro out to McAllister. Three is good. McAllister with his third three-pointer. He ties us at 27.
Yeah, if you're Pennsbury, you want to make sure you lock in on him now. He's starting to heat up.
Got a good one tonight. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. Connor Taddy working against Deininger. The other thing that's fun in this game, both teams really just man-to-man defense. You just see teams competing. Great matchups. Here's one, Zuckerman and Zelt. And Zuckerman can't get the shot to drop, but he does get the whistle and a trip to the line. And that is a great matchup. Zuckerman and the stretch forward for North Penn, Ryan Zelt, a great athlete, and that time Zuckerman kind of had his way with him, took it right into the defender.
Yeah, definitely took his way with him. And when you get size versus size, it's really just go up there and see what happens, really, with that kind of athleticism. Zuckerman able to get his body in there, though, and try to get to the free throw line. A place where he hasn't been too successful, though, at.
Yeah, not successful that trip. Comes up empty, and the score stays tied. Feels like right now the momentum's starting to build a little bit for the North Penn Knights. Pennsbury had a 6-point halftime lead. And it's been an 8-2 run for North Penn. Here's McAllister driving. And just the strength to get that shot off was impressive. And then he makes it good. McAllister now has 13. And the Falcons talking it over. A full timeout taken by Pennsbury. Gives us a moment to recognize our sponsors for complete automotive service. Trust the Peruzzi Auto Group for value and service on all makes and models. Free multi-point inspection on your vehicle with any paid service. A 10% military and law enforcement discount. They have big, comfy waiting rooms, free Wi-Fi, and early drop-off. The Peruzzi Service Department, they're open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays open 7:30 in the morning until 4:30 in the afternoon. Peruzzi, a proud sponsor of Pennsbury Athletics on WBCB, and they are the longtime sponsor of Pennsbury's Sports Night. And this year's Sports Night is going to be in Trenton, New Jersey at the Cure Arena. They're going to be indoors. Last couple of years, they were out at Falcon Field. I mean, for many years, the tradition was to be at Charles Boehm.
That's when I went to Pennsbury, that's where we had it, was Charles Boehm. It's weird, they're having it in Trenton.
They've got all the space of the Cure Arena, going to be a blast, and I hope we have the Peruzzi Auto Group on board, as they have made that possible for Pennsbury fans and viewers for many years. Here's Danny Cohen shedding a little pressure, walks it over midcourt, gives it to Zuckerman. Zuckerman directing traffic. He's out there with Kozak, Rocco Grandi, Cohen, and Taddy. Pennsbury starters on the floor. Taddy down to Cohen along the baseline, dribbles into the paint, out to Rocco Grandi, fires away. Not that time, and rebound for Nick Hoffman, and G
what a
gets
shot.
the bounce, goes off the window and through the cylinder to make it 32-27. A 5-point lead for North Penn.
Only one three-pointer for North Penn in the first half, already 3 here in the second half.
And we mentioned in our Trentonian pregame activities, Falcons are going to have to get out there, fan out, and try to defend the three-pointer. And that has been the difference. Foul called on Mario Skro. It's his 4th. So they're going to get him off the floor. 2:41 to go third quarter. Coach Conrad trying to make sure Skro doesn't foul out too early as Kozak goes inside, working against Hammond. Scoops it up there with the left, but comes up a little bit short. McAllister firing away. And Kozak gets in there, and he's got the rebound. Running the floor. Oh, man, a little bit of a leap at the end, but couldn't finish. Then McAllister out to Lee Hammond. Hammond inside. Hook comes up just short.
Yeah, Kozak just a little out of control last couple of possessions. Trying to get to the rim and make something happen.
Here's Zuckerman making something happen. Gets fouled by Nick Hoffman, and he'll step to the line with 1:59 to go, and the Falcons trailing by 5. And you look at that score, Gus, it's like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Falcons seem like they had this one in control. Mentioned 6-point halftime lead, but Darnell, that three-point shooting, that's makes a big difference.
Yeah,
Start knocking down some shots.
Yeah, and it's a big part of their identity offensively is hitting threes, getting out in transition.
Zuckerman making it 32-28.
22-40 lead in for the Knights.
Again, the winner moves on into the second round to take on either Neshaminy or Plymouth Whitemarsh. Nice job by Zuckerman at the line. Narrows the gap to 3.
Yeah, big free throws made there by Zuckerman.
G out there with McAllister, Zelt, Hammond, and also Mead. And there's McAllister with the drive, and they're going to give him the shot and the whistle.
Big time move. And he's another one that's just been on an absolute tear the second half. I believe that's 10 points in the second half already for him here in this third quarter.
Yeah, gliding through the paint right there, got the shot off, took contact. He's got 10 points in the quarter, Darnell, 15 for the game, make that 16. As he completes the three-point play and extends North Penn's lead to 6. Little pressure for the Knights. Falcons quickly break that, get it up the floor. Rocco Grandi trying to get it into Zuckerman, poked away momentarily, but Eric David runs it down. Rocco Grandi with some nifty dribbling, but Hammond is there defensively. There's Sam Callahan. Wide open.
Yeah, North Penn did such a good job defensively that possession and broke down, leaving someone wide open for a 3.
Now here come the Pennsbury student section as they start the defense chant with just under a minute remaining in the third quarter. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. McCaffrey's food market's exceptional every day. Nice cut by McAllister, but nearly lost the ball. He was thinking about what he was going to do with it before he had it.
Yeah, Danny Cohen didn't even realize, but he could have had just an easy steal right there if he would have just turned his head.
A couple of jab steps. McAllister drives off the window, too strong. Zuckerman in transition behind the back. Gives it to Cohen. Cohen takes it inside. Can't hit. Offensive rebound for Cohen. Can't get the putback.
It's a bunny right there. Coach wants those, the players wants those, and in a tight game like this, those could come back to haunt you.
Now the Knights will try to hold for a good look right at the end of the buzzer. They get it inside, and Zuckerman with another block. The 6'3" Mead couldn't get his shot off. Still 1.4 remaining for the Knights. Just gonna have to catch and shoot here if they want to get one before the buzzer. There's G, that'll be good, but it comes up a little bit short. So after the third quarter, it's North Penn 35, Pennsbury 32. And first round action of the Suburban One League Tournament. Great to have you with us on the WBCB Sports Network. Hey, class of 73. Your 50th reunion is coming up. That's on May the 6th. And going to be at Westaby Hall, Hood Boulevard. Dancing, music, fun. Catch up with all of your Pennsbury classmates from the class of 73. Pennsbury 1973 50th reunion. Check it out. And you can learn more online, Pennsbury 1973 50th reunion.org. for more event details. Thanks to the Peruzzi Auto Group. Check them out for value and service on all makes and models. Free multi-point inspection on your vehicle with any paid service. And all service performed by certified technicians at the Peruzzi Auto Group. Big comfy waiting rooms, free Wi-Fi, early drop-off. And they take care of all makes and models. Visit a Peruzzi dealership on Business Route 1 in Fairless Hills, where their business is you. Plymouth Whitemarsh beating Neshaminy, so the 1 seed advancing, but by the final result, looks like it probably was a good game, 61-59. Neshaminy falling just short. Plymouth Whitemarsh, not only the 1 seed in the SOL tournament, but likely to be the 1 seed in the division. had an unblemished conference record, did the Colonials. As we get back to action in fourth quarter underway. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. Falcons trailing it. Kozak shedding a defender, shot too strong. Zuckerman there for the offensive rebound and putback. And at the other end, quickly up the floor, Zelt for three. No, and Kozak gathers up the miss. Kozak up the floor, out to Zuckerman, to Taddy. Taddy's three is no good. And as they fight for the rebound, it's going to be Ryan Zelt touching it last.
Back and forth, the momentum goes. North Penn feeling like they're getting a hold of it, and Pennsbury inching their way back.
Connor Taddy into Zuckerman, gets it right back from him. Falcons out there with Zuckerman, Kozak, Taddy, Callahan, and David, and a whistle, a foul away from the ball. Lee Hammond picks up his second. And in girls basketball action, the Chamonix in front of Pennsbury, 44-28. Just over a minute gone by in the fourth quarter here. Taking it down low, but it's Zuckerman with the block. And at the other end, Connor Taddy gets the whistle.
Taddy, very, very smart IQ play there for Taddy. Getting the ball, going on a fast break, seeing it's a one-on-one to try to go up, to get the contact, to get the foul call, just barely not getting the ball to go down for an and one situation, but still one of your better free throw shooters going to the free throw line.
Boy, at times tonight you really see the pace pick up and the two teams try to get up and down the floor.
Yeah, especially North Penn and G, when he gets that ball, he's flying up the court. He's looking up and, hitting deep passes to his guys to try to get the offense going quickly. So this North Penn offense, they've come alive here in the second half, and Pennsbury's going to have to strap in here in this fourth quarter.
Nick Hoffman on for Corey Mead as Connor Taddy with a chance to tie things up at the line. And he does, 35-35 with 6:45 remaining. Holding it there, Nick Hoffman finally gives it over to Deininger, and now G will fire away and knock down a three-pointer.
Big time shot there with a hand in his face. And he's come alive also here offensively in the second half.
Yeah, and that gives G 10 points tonight. As the ball out of bounds, Falcons get it into Callahan. Quickly out to Connor Taddy on the wing. Taddy dribbles it inside. He's double teamed, keeps it alive. Nice job, David, to Callahan. David gets it back, takes it into the paint, nearly loses it. Taddy picks it up, step back jumper. Yes. Connor Taddy ties us again, this time at 38. And then Skro tries to bank that one home. It's loose and finally picked up by Deininger. They get it back into the hands of their point guard, G, and then around the perimeter, Norman Zelt has it up top, G again. Deininger will try the long two, and with Zuckerman's hand in his face, it won't fall for him.
Yeah, very good possession right there defensively for Pennsbury, keeping the ball in front of them at all times, and North Penn just wasn't able to get into the paint, make anything happen.
Now the Falcons slow it down, under 5 minutes remaining. Ty Kozak goes left and scores with his left.
Falcons getting some momentum back.
And they've got the lead back. It's 40-38. Falcons in front of North Penn with 4:48 remaining in the fourth quarter. Tonight's game brought to you by Jammer Doors and Windows. Jammer, a fourth-generation family-owned and operated business since 1920. Showrooms in Lawrenceville and Yardley. Jammer provides sales, service, installation of garage doors and openers, featuring Raynor garage doors, crafted for durability. Jammer also has entry doors, patio doors, storm doors, and windows, and they do their own work and installation using no subcontractors. Visit their showroom at 2850 Brunswick Pike, Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville, or their Yardley showroom, which is open by appointment. Call 215-493-7709 and set up your appointment to check it out. Jammer Doors and Windows, 101 years of quality and commitment, and an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Thanks again to the Pennsbury Regional Basketball League. And proud to support both the boys and girls teams. We thank them for their support, making portions of tonight's game possible. You can learn more league details at prblonline.com. That's the Pennsbury Regional Basketball League, prblonline.com. So 4:48 to go. And the Knights will have Norman G. walking up the floor. Out to Mario Skro. Skro into Zelt. Zelt is blocked by Connor Taddy. Taddy quickly up to David. David, his shot partially blocked. He thought he was fouled. Doesn't get the whistle. Here's Skro right back with it. Skro around Rocco Grandi. Tries the jumper along the baseline as he falls away. Not that time.
Back and forth right now. Defense, defense, offense, offense. It's a real nail biter here, Chris.
And now it feels like the Falcons have a little bit of momentum building as we get down to about midway through the fourth quarter. That time Hoffman steps out, and Ty Kozak just too quick as he takes contact from the defender and gets the whistle. And for North Penn, that's team foul 6. The next one will put the Falcons in the bonus. Oh no, that's team foul 7. So a 1-and-1 here for Kozak.
That could be very, very big going forward. 4 minutes still left in this fourth quarter. 2-minute ball game, and you're now in the bonus. That's it's going to be an interesting game plan now for Pennsbury offensively going forward to see if they stay physical. Yeah,
it certainly provides the Falcons with some opportunities, and they got a hit at the line. There, the front end is missed, and then Ty Kozak, as he tried to go for the rebound, fouls Mario Skro.
Rare miss for Kozak, who's was perfect from the line, I believe, before that.
Yeah, and off of that miss, he's called for his third foul. Send it out to Mario Skro on the wing. Deininger flashing there, looked like he wanted to try to get that one inside. Now G dribbles in, back out again. Here's Deininger guarded by Zuckerman. Zuckerman wouldn't give him any space. Ryan Zelt and Connor Taddy. Zelt with the hook shot. Doesn't get it. Man, give Connor Taddy some credit in this second half. He's been manned up on Ryan Zelt and has done a good job with a couple of blocks, some good defense on the night stretch forward.
Yeah, he's offered them very good rim protection tonight.
Out to Eric David. David puts it on the floor, and then this time Connor Taddy called for the walk.
You probably didn't see that, but I love the interaction. Taddy going, what? And all of his coaches going, yeah, you walked.
Could be a costly one. As the Falcons up by 2, we get down to 3 minutes remaining. Every possession getting more and more significant. McAllister got up into the air, tried to pass it to Skro, and it's stolen by the Falcons. Rocco Grandi driving. His shot, little runner, Can't get that one over the rim. Norman G fires away. Swish.
Big time shot.
G now with 13 points, second three-pointer, and the third of the half. Puts North Penn up by 1. Kozak with it, triple teamed, and he travels. Ben Goldstein let me know that's the 10th turnover tonight on the Pennsbury Falcons. A couple of big ones these last couple of possessions too. North Penn back to work. Dininger calling for it. Gets it up top, working against Zuckerman. Nearly loses it out to G. 3, in and out. And Zuckerman with a big rebound. Up the floor quickly to Taddy. Zuckerman calling for it as Zelt is on him. He's double teamed, and G steals it away.
Great read and anticipation by G to go down there and pick his pockets.
That pesky quick Norman G. Having a good second half tonight. Gives it over to McAllister.
Yeah, G and McAllister have been running this second half all game, and look for them in this last minute 21 in a 1-point game to try to bring it home.
So that time G takes contact, and Cohen gets the whistle and the foul. It's his third of the night, and for Pennsbury, team foul 5. Into Mario Scro, and there's team foul 6.
Fouls on 15 tonight, Kozak.
A quick one. Kozak was going for the steal, but he bumps into Scro, and now the next one will put North Penn in the bonus. G over midcourt. Hands it off to Scro. Scro back to G. Just a minute left. And North Penn, they got to score here. I don't know, maybe are they waiting to try to get a final shot? And then a whistle, a foul. That's going to be called on Cohen. Well, that also works for North Penn. They run around with it. That's going to be team foul 7. So a 1-and-1 to G. And you look at the guys who have knocked down some big shots, McAllister and G. This is one of the guys that they want at the line.
Definitely, and he's already knocked down a bunch of free throws today. And I don't think there's anybody North Penn would rather have on the line in a 1-point game right here.
Hoffman checks in for McAllister. And G swishes home, nothing but net.
And he's just been calm and poised this entire game. The expression on his face just doesn't seem to change, and he's just out there hooping.
He's got that unorthodox style, and he knocks down 2 more free throws, makes it a 3-point game. Falcons over midcourt, and they call a timeout. The Falcons will talk it over. And we'll remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Jammer Doors and Windows. Jammer, a 4th-generation family-owned and operated business since 1920, showrooms in Lawrenceville and Yardley. Jammer provides sales, service, installation of garage doors and openers, and they do their own installation using no subcontractors, so you can trust their work. Visit their showroom, 2850 Brunswick Pike on Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville, and their Yardley showroom open by appointment. Call 215-493-7709 to set up your appointment to check it out. Jammer Doors and Windows, 101 years of quality and commitment, and an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. All right, well, it all comes down to this. A 3-point game, North Penn Knights by 3. It looked like the Neshaminy game with the Lady Falcons was also not going Pennsbury's way. Did you have a final on that one, Ben? Yeah, it was a pretty big difference. Ben usually has a lot of good facts and figures, but I asked him the score of that Neshaminy game. He said it was a lot to a little.
I told you, Ben's slacking, man.
That's pretty good analysis,
That
though.
is
I mean,
good. I say that all the time.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. 46.3 on the clock. And Pennsbury with the basketball. Yeah, actually, it's a 12-point Neshaminy lead in that girls basketball game, also on the WBCB Sports Network. Here's Rocco Grandi. That's a final 12-point win. Rocco Grandi goes halfway down and pops back out again. G quickly up the floor to Hoffman, and Hoffman fouled by Connor Taddy, and a good foul by Taddy to get back defensively and force Hoffman to earn these points at the line. For Taddy, it's his third. And a shooting foul, so 2 for Nick Hoffman.
Yeah, and on the other end, that was a great look ahead by G to get the ball up quickly to a teammate and even get him in position to score or get to the free throw line.
Hoffman goes in and out.
And this is why we talk about free throws being so important, especially down the stretch in games. This is going to be a big one right here. This could make it a 2-possession game.
He gets 1 of 2 and puts the Knights up by 4. And Danny Cohen races it over the timeline, and the Falcons take another quick timeout, this time with 28.1 seconds remaining. And now trailing by 4. A full timeout on the floor. And remind you that the class of 73 got their 50th reunion coming up at Westaby Hall May the 6th. Music, fun, dancing, catch up with Pennsbury classmates. Learn more at Pennsbury 1973 50th reunion.org. Don't forget, if you miss any of the action here tonight on WBCB, you can read about tonight's game in tomorrow's Trentonian. And we got the big game coming up on Sunday, DiLorenzo's Pizza. They'll make sure your big game party is extra special with the Trenton tomato pie, their mustard pie, the gourmet pizzas. Just their regular pizza is outstanding. The Berg Pizza, DiLorenzo's, 8919 New Falls Road in Levittown. And we thank Tyler DiLorenzo and the family for their support of Pennsbury Falcon Athletics on WBCB. And we talked with Coach Emmy before the Council Rock North game, and one of the messages he wanted us to relay was he wanted them to pack the nest tonight. And the student section, they have packed the Falcons' nest as Cohen looks to put it in play. Kozak nearly gets it taken away by Skro, gets it right back, 3. And is rebounded by Zelt, who is quickly fouled with 20.2 remaining. And for North Penn now, it comes down to a free throw shooting contest. But it looks like they are going to move on.
Number 11, Eric David at the gate for Danny Cohen.
As Eric David steps onto the floor for Danny Cohen.
Shooting 1 and 1.
For North Penn, they will face Plymouth Whitemarsh. I believe that Plymouth Whitemarsh game will be at 5 p.m. tomorrow, as Ryan Zelt helps to salt away this game for North Penn, extending that lead a little further. And a nice job there as he gets them both. Falcons race it up. A quick 3 here. Kozak fires away, rims out, and Deininger with the rebound, and then Deininger is fouled with 11.8 remaining. And so North Penn, Plymouth Whitemarsh at 5 o'clock tomorrow in the second round of this SOL tournament. For the Pennsbury Falcons, one of the other things that Coach Emmy told me, not only that he was hoping that they would pack the nest tonight, he also said, we're not done. And we're not done on WBCB. We're looking forward to district playoff action, and we expect to have a home game here next week. On the miss, quickly up to Connor Taddy. Taddy for 3. Tries to bank that one in. It's a miss, and the final seconds come off the clock as North Penn advances in the SOL tournament, winning 46-40 over the Pennsbury Falcons. So just to complete that thought, we are expecting some district games next week on WBCB, and Coach Emmy was saying they think that it's going to be a boys-girls doubleheader, possibly on Thursday. And we were thinking maybe it would be a Friday game. We know both the boys and the girls earned a home district game. And who knows, that may be next Thursday as a doubleheader. And if so, we hope to have it for you on WBCB. A disappointing finish for the Falcons. Seemed like they had this one in control, up 10 after the first quarter, but then slowly North Penn started to narrow the gap and play a little bit better. They got back into it. It was a 6-point game, Pennsbury up at the half. And then North Penn, they just started to shoot the ball better. A great second half performance by Norman G. He was one of the guys who really was impressive, Darnell.
Yeah, Norman G. and McAllister, they both really led the team in the second half offensively. And I think for Pennsbury, Kozak, who was such a big part of their scoring in the first quarter, he kind of tailed off in the second half. And I think that really, hurt Pennsbury's offense. And then obviously North Penn just lit it up from three in the second half. And you knew coming in that they were a good three-point shooting team, only 1-3 in the first half. And then uncharacteristically, and then in the second half, they just kind of started playing more of their game, got open shots, and, they were falling.
Yeah, I didn't really notice. I mean, McAllister's stat line in the third quarter is impressive. He had 11 third-quarter points, winds up with 16. I have him as the leading scorer in the game tonight, and Norman G. with 15. And for G, 11 of his 15 coming in the second half of tonight's game. For Pennsbury, leading them tonight, again, it was Ty Kozak. I've got Kozak with 16 points tonight. Pennsbury as a team, they shot 3 for 12 from the three-point range, 25% for the Falcons, and for North Penn, 6 for 17. So they ended up getting that three-point game going, and those 6 three-pointers really proving to be the difference in tonight's game. Pennsbury, again, doing a good job defensively. I mean, you see Zuckerman, Connor Taddy had some blocks. You add them all up, Pennsbury with 5 blocks. North Penn only with 1 rejection, but still North Penn, you look at the most important stat, that's the final score. 46-40, North Penn improving to 18-5. And into the second round of the SOL tournament, they dropped the Pennsbury Falcons now, and they give them their first loss in a while. And Falcons will have to wait until district play to get back to it. And we hope to have that for you on WBCB. Thanks to the crew, Gus Barber, our video engineer, and helping to call the game, Darnell Turner, our cameraman, and also with great analysis of the action tonight, Ben Goldstein with the stats. Thanks to Ben. And Ben also is on the ready for our DiLorenzo's post-game, but with a loss to Pennsbury, I think we'll postpone that, and we'll have to award this gift certificate to somebody. I mean, Ty Kozak with another outstanding game. Connor Taddy as Player of the Week, a good nominee for sure. So maybe Connor Taddy, our Player of the Game, he'll pick up a DiLorenzo's gift certificate. Thanks to Ben for the stats. Look for the write-up from Jordan Hirsch on the WBCB Sports Network of tonight's game. And join us next time for some district playoff action. The Pennsbury Falcons will continue to fight for both a district and a state title. And we'll hope to have it for you on the WBCB Sports Network. Thanks to Jefferson Health, Team Toyota, McCaffrey's Supermarket, St. Mary Medical Center, the Revere Restaurant, Rob's Automotive and Collision, BCWSA, Penn Community Bank, the Trentonian, Jammer Doors, DiLorenzo's Pizza, the Berg Pizza on New Falls Road, the Peruzzi Auto Group, and the Pennsbury Regional Basketball League. All right, we're wrapping it up, but before we get out of here, Let's go Birds.
Go Birds.
I mean, we got the Super Bowl here, Darnell. What are you doing? Anything for the big game? I'm watching with the family. My brother's going to be over.
I'll be with the family. Everyone's excited for the Super Bowl. We're always excited for the Super Bowl. It's like a national holiday.
Yes, sir. Are you a Birds man though?
I'm not a Birds man.
Not a Birds man.
But I think the Eagles got this one.
I like that. All right. Well, Darnell, I hope you enjoyed the Super Bowl. Thank you so much for your work tonight. How about you, Gus? I know you're going to be doing a little bit of work on Super Bowl Sunday.
A little bit of work, but when game time comes around, going to be at home, chilling with the family, just trying to keep the good mojos going, you know?
Eventually they will release the governor, Gus Barber, and let him enjoy the Super Bowl and hopefully the Eagles hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. Well, we thank you for being with us. And,
grease the polls.
You know, it's been a great year for Pennsbury. You know, they're celebrating a league championship on both the football field and the basketball court. And you look at the Philadelphia Union, they went to the championship. The Phillies went to the World Series. I don't know, I'm just feeling a certain energy that we're winners. And the Eagles are going to get it done on Super Bowl Sunday.
One of them's got to.
Our final time here from the Falcons' Nest. It was North Penn 46 and Penn